Hey, manage broadcast. Go to select existing broadcast. Yep, and then hit select broadcast.
All right, welcome everybody to the third leg of our triple header on Friday night between Grandview Wolves and your Eaglecrest Raptors. We've got a matchup between a really good Eaglecrest team and a Grandview team who's been struggling so far but looking to get back on the right track. I'm Devin Imsirpasic here with Jake Chau. You know, we have a battle. Both teams have some star power, some firepower on their team, and it's going to be a good game in my opinion. What do you think is the key to the game before we get into player introductions and everything for both teams?
It's definitely got to be protecting the perimeter. Ladavian King, the star player for the Eaglecrest Raptor, shooting over 211 attempts with 120 coming from behind the arc. And Jason Noon also 72% of his shots out of 86 attempted on the season coming from behind the arc. Absolutely important that they have good three-point and perimeter defense.
So we will be playing the anthem now. We'll get into player introductions, and we will be back right after that.
Here are the lineups for tonight's game. Representing Eaglecrest Raptors, starters, number 1, junior Ladavian King. Number 3, Sir Devin Roberts, senior. Number 11, freshman Chris Coleman. Number 12, junior Aaron Barber. Number 23, junior LaQuint York. And now, the starting lineups for your Grandview Wolves. Okay. Number 1, 6'2"
All right, so after player introductions, we've got a pretty full house here at Grandview today for an exciting matchup between these teams. Your starting lineup for the Eaglecrest Raptors out there. Number 23, LaQuince York, the 6'3 junior. Number 1, Ladavian King, 6'2 junior, leading scorer. Garrett Barber, the 6'9 center. Sir Devin Roberts, the senior. And Chris Coleman, the freshman, starting. For your Grandview Wolves, Alex Riddick is out there with Trevor Thomas in the front court. Cam Pritchard at the forward, and in the backcourt, Brevin Anderson and Cole Holtman starting. We're just moments away from tip-off of this exciting matchup. As a little pause in the action. And Alex Riddick wins the tip. So Grandview will start with possession in this one. They'll get a feel for wearing their black uniforms at home in an important game.
Yeah, gotta appreciate the player introductions. New thing they're trying out with the lights.
Yeah, really cool there to start. So here's Pritchard, drives in. Anderson has it up top, resets. Holtman now. Thomas. Grandview passing the ball around. Good defense from the Raptors. Holtman drives baseline.
Good hesitation from Holtman.
Pritchard looks to drive. Drives middle. Ball loose. And it went off of him as he drove in. It'll be Eaglecrest ball. So some solid defense to start the game for Eaglecrest. And now we'll see their first offensive possession. So Grandview will start out in a little high press here. Eaglecrest breaks it easily. King drives. Nice nifty pass to Barber, and he gets on the board for his first 2 of the game. 6'9 center who scored 10 plus in 8 of his last 9 games. Very good player for this Eaglecrest team. Pritchard pump fakes. Anderson. Good recovery from the Raptors. Holtman. Thomas now. Holtman shoots a deep one. This one too short. Thomas had it in his hands and lost it. Outlet pass from King. York tried the bounce pass to Coleman, but he lost it. Eaglecrest pushing the pace early on.
Yeah, high-paced game so far. Only 2 points on the board, but bound to be more.
So Eaglecrest also looking to trap. Holtman floats it to Anderson, drives in, and King gets it off the tip. Anderson tried to get it to Pritchard in the corner, and now Eaglecrest is running. Here's Barber. Nifty right-handed layup on the left side as he has all 4 points so far for the Raptors. Anderson trapped. Here's Thomas. Dropped it. And now they're going to be forced to reset. Had some numbers. Thomas. Barber guarding him. Here's Anderson. Swings. Holtman. Drives middle. Pump fake. Anderson, nice cut. Loses it for a second. Nifty move, but York is there to block it using his height. Riddick, beautiful pass from Anderson to Riddick. Thread it through the needle, and Alex Riddick is on the board first, the 6'6 senior getting in on the action.
Eaglecrest has done a great job limiting Grandview from penetrating inside the three-point arc, and the one time they do, an easy dunk for Alex Riddick.
King shot a 3, but Thomas may have gotten a piece of it as that one doesn't touch rim. Now Grandview is running. Holtman. Here's Anderson. Takes the screen. Gets the switch on York. Pulls it. It's good! Brevin Anderson looking comfortable out there as Grandview jumps out to a lead. King. Resets. Coleman up top. Eaglecrest slows it down now. King, Pritchard guarding him. Surveys. Finds Roberts. Roberts drives on the smaller Anderson. Corner, York for 3. Too strong, Thomas with the board. Now Holtman will bring it up as the primary guard. 4:40 remaining in the first. King bumps him and he'll be called for that one. Davian King picking up the foul as Holtman tried to drive in. Brevin Anderson and Alex Riddick, the two-man game has been strong. That's how they've gotten all their points in this one, off the Alex Riddick roll and dunk, and Anderson pulling a 3 after getting some separation from the screen.
Yeah, great defense on the other end, forcing some misses. The airmail 3 from King, notable.
Holtman off back iron. King corrals the long rebound and slows it up. Coleman now. Pritchard on him. Roberts finds York at the free throw line, puts a shoulder into Riddick. King for three. Off the backboard, no good. Riddick gets the rebound. Thomas looking to run, smaller defender on him. And Coleman is called for a foul as he put his hands on Thomas. That's his first of the game.
Foul, Eaglecrest, number 11.
So Eaglecrest makes some early substitutions in this one. Number 10, Gavin Gallegos, the 6'6 senior, checks in alongside Jason Noon, the junior. Here's Grandview now. Anderson up top. Nifty move, spins, and he traveled, yep. Took an extra step. Great defense from Jason Noon, not allowing Anderson to get to his spot for a layup.
Yeah, and you can see the size from Noon. Some gravity there and mismatch with anybody.
So the first substitution for the Wolves, the sophomore Noah Sevi checks in for the first time. As Brevin Anderson will sit. So here's the press now from Grandview. Early trap in the corner. Coleman tries to escape it. Great defense from the Wolves. Eaglecrest trying to escape. This one way too far. Barber somehow comes up with it. King cutting. Gallegos inside. And Eaglecrest finds its way back out after a rough start. King isolation. Gallegos inside, and it looks like jump ball will be called. Looks like Pritchard may have gotten his arm, but ref saw a jump ball, and Grandview will take possession, so they'll force a turnover. And it's a last-second switch as Eaglecrest will retain possession. We've seen some high-paced basketball, as you said, but doesn't show so far on the scoreboard.
Yeah, scoreboard for us not working, running into some technical difficulties.
As Noon hits a three at his first points of the game as he checks in.
Working to resolve those.
We'll be back with the scoreboard soon. 7-5 is the score right now. The Raptors sit up top by 2. Here's Thomas. Pritchard pulls it. That one too short. Rebound goes to Barber. Eaglecrest now running. Riddick using his height to tip that one, forcing the turnover. Steal from him. Holtman now running the floor. Hesitation between the legs, pulls it, in and out, ball loose. It's a scramble. Holtman gets it back somehow after being the one to miss. So now Grandview resets. Here's Riddick, smaller King guarding him. Layup, bounces around, no good, and finally Eaglecrest gets the rebound. Coleman gets that one, and now King, the guard, to bring it up.
Yeah, close game on both ends of the net.
Yeah, we've just seen some shots barely rim out for both teams. We'll see which team can get it going fully first. So here's King, goes around, finds Coleman in the corner. Noon. King has Holtman on him. Pulls a deep three off the handoff. It's good. LaDavian King, the leading scorer, averaging 18 a game, gets on the board for his first triple of the game, increasing the lead to 5 for Eaglecrest.
We're within 2 minutes. Yep.
Here's Pritchard using his bigger body. This one left, tipped around, and King comes up with it. Eaglecrest has numbers, outlet pass. Here goes Gallegos. He slams it. Gavin Gallegos, the 6'6 senior, jumped with Trevor Thomas, and he was able to slam it down. Highlight play for Eaglecrest. They have some momentum now, up 7. Here's Pritchard. Bad pass. This one stolen by Coleman. Coleman going up, and he misses the dunk.
Trying to have too much fun there.
Yeah, 6'2 freshman trying to get in on the action. Thomas pulls a transition three. This one too long, and both teams looking sloppy right now. King brings it up. Riddick guarding him. Bit of a mismatch. King has the elusiveness. Drives. Gets it. Nice pass inside. And a foul is called as Barber went up for the layup. A nice find from King, and Grandview just hasn't been as good on defense in these past couple minutes of this first. 12-5 is the score with 1:03 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, great job from Garrett Barber to draw the contact there. Looked like he was going up for the dunk, and there you go. They get the contact right there.
So Alex Riddick was called for the foul there. That's his first of the game. So Garrett Barber will go to the line, 71% shooter on the season. As stated earlier, he's had 5 consecutive games with 10-plus points. As he gets the first one to go, that puts his total up to 5 pending the second free throw. And some substitutions for Eaglecrest. King will sit and Cam Chapo will come into the game for the Eaglecrest Raptors. The 6'1 senior football DB with 14 interceptions, a football star, now on the court.
Yeah, bright future ahead of the 6'1 senior.
No good is the second one from Barber. Sevi gets the rebound. And here's Durbin, who just checked into the game for the Wolves, the senior. Anderson. Durbin has it. Back to Anderson. Thomas inside. Out. Double team. Anderson gets away. Durbin right wing. Grandview slows it down. 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Sevi. Anderson has the taller defender. ISO ball now. Durbin in the corner. Thomas. Grandview still passing it around. Just about 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Imagine they're running out this clock. Get a last-second shot off.
Yeah, they tried to get something going, but they couldn't. Nice pass inside. Riddick lost it, but it will stay here. It appears that Sir Devin Roberts knocked it out last second. It will remain here. 13.4 on the clock as Eaglecrest leads 13-5. Durbin to inbound now. Anderson.
10 seconds.
Clock winding down. Down to 6. Drives, gets a step, and
Oh
Barber
my.
sends it away last second. What a block. Garrett Barber, the interior presence at 6'9". Some Grandview Wolves want a goaltend, but
Yeah,
it'll be out of bounds. 2.4 remaining.
that was
Grandview- yeah,
close to being on its way down.
it was very close. And miscommunication as no backcourt. Thomas gonna pass it, and bad execution from the Wolves, as that will wrap up the end of the first quarter. 13-5 is the score as Eaglecrest leaves. We hope to get the scoreboard back on soon, but right now 13-5 at the end of the first 8 minutes of play.
Yeah, one thing I noticed, Trevor Thomas having trouble handling the ball. Lost it a couple times. Really got to be better there. That last second shot, lost it right there. Just thwarted any opportunity to potentially get that last second shot.
Yeah, he started this game. He's been a little inconsistently starting. Coach Rogers has been changing up the lineups a good amount this season, but Thomas gets the start now and hasn't been excellent, as Grandview as a whole hasn't been excellent, as they only have 5 points now. But we'll be back after this break in the first quarter for second quarter action. All right, so we return from a quick play in the action. Scoreboard will be back for the start of the second quarter. We see some new lineups for both teams, as Grandview will start with possession to start the second. So Anderson handles the ball. Brevin Anderson averaging 11 points on the season on 48% shooting. Nice nifty move. Riddick holds. Sevi wants it in the post. Anderson trying to break loose. He does. Gets the ball. Puts up the mid-range. Too short. And the rebound by Roberts. Roberts has it now. Thomas guarding him. Here's King. Drives left on Durbin. Spins. Outside. Back out to King. Soft double team. Nice pass, cross court. Chapa puts it up with Riddick in his face, rims out. Sevi gets the rebound. So Anderson handles now. Roberts being aggressive. Sevi ends up with it. Riddick in the post. And it's stolen again. Sloppy basketball from Grandview. Couple turnovers, only 5 points now. And Roberts looks to push. In the corner, puts up the three. That one's short, but York right there for the rebound. Bad boxing out from the Wolves, and it leads to another easy score for Eaglecrest.
Yeah, gonna need those boards, especially on misses like that. Down 10.
So here's Anderson. Once again, tries to find the cutting. Thomas, he does. Anderson pulls it. No good. Chapa corrals the rebound, and now Eaglecrest is running with momentum up 10. King has it. Anderson on him. Roberts gets a step. Floater over Riddick. Too strong. But there for the rebound, and what a block from Thomas. Stuffed him at the rim, and now he's running. Anderson has all day. It's good. Brevin Anderson on the board. He's up to 6 points on the night. And Grandview's leading scorer, making sure Grandview's not out of it just yet.
Yeah, and he won't miss from there. Open three, taking his time, and second three of the night.
So now, on offense, York up top. King thought about a three, goes around the screen, gets the switch on Sevi, drives, gets a step. Inside layup, no good. Fighting for the rebound. King ends up back with it. Pump fake on Sevi. Won't go again. King gets it again. And he gets the bucket to go. Flexes on Sevi, but it won't count as they will call the foul on the floor. And if you're Grandview, you just can't be doing that right there. You got to box out. You have Alex Riddick and Noah Sevi. You have 6'6" and 6'6" down there, and you're letting Ladavian King 6'2" get the rebound. That's just better effort play from Eaglecrest.
Yeah, Grandview played a great job defensively, protecting the rim on one of the best players in the Centennial League, let alone the state. Just couldn't quite box out.
So Kongolo Wakalanji checks in for Alex Riddick right now, as Barber got fouled once again by Holtman as he went to the post. So a couple early fouls from Grandview. That's 2 in the first 2.5 minutes. So we see Wakalanji getting some playing time. We saw him play a lot earlier in the season, but his minutes have gone down, and we see him get some huge minutes in this one right now.
Interesting matchup. The two defensive football players, Kongolo Wakalanji and Cam Chapa, both D1 commits. Or excuse me, Cam Chapa.
What a move from King. He spun around Holtman, and he got 2. He's up to 5 on the game, as the lead is up to 9 for the Raptors. Holtman now. Sevi. Wakalanji surveys. Holtman gets it back. King on him. Drives middle. Durbin pulls one. In and out. Rattles out, but Holtman is there for the board. Scramble, and Barber ends up with it. And King lost it. Grandview now 3-on-1. Thomas drives in. What a block! Garrett Barber snatched it off the backboard, and you don't see any blocks better than that in high school. What a play from the 6'9" junior.
Man, what a block. Went up there right with Trevor Thomas, and I'm not sure. I would have passed it if I was Trevor Thomas, especially on the larger defender.
Yeah, especially with 3-on-1, but what a play from Barber. Didn't even swat it down, just snatched it. But Grandview does get it back, and now they pass the ball around. Wakalanji drives, and he traveled. He tried to get position on Barber, and he traveled, and Garrett Barber is having his way in the paint both offensively and defensively for Eaglecrest.
Yeah, that's a tough break there if you're the Wolves team. Needed points in that drive, especially after a little bit of momentum shift in favor of the Raptors.
So Eaglecrest now takes it up slowly, sets up their offense. Sir Devin Roberts has it now. Wakalanji went for the steal. Here's Gallegos, drives. It's good. So you see Eaglecrest using their big men right now. Gallegos and Barber getting everything done. Barber has 5 on the game and Gallegos has 4. And Coach Rogers wants timeout. Lead up to 11. Alex Riddick set to check in, and Eaglecrest has some momentum. And that's the first timeout of the game called for Grandview.
It's crazy because it hasn't felt like Grandview has played particularly bad. It's just that the Raptors have just outpaced them, made their shots, and just capitalized on all the mistakes that Grandview has made.
Yeah, and Grandview has tried all the substitutions possible to stop not only their interior presence of Barber and Gallegos, but also their shifty guard in Ladavian King, and they just haven't been able to do so far. So after the timeout, we'll come back. Eaglecrest leading 19-8. All right, so we return for action. 3:59, just over the halfway point of the second quarter, as Grandview gets possession following the timeout, and they'll have it in the half court. Eaglecrest in a zone defense. Durbin wide open in the corner, puts it up. No good. Wakalanji jumps up, ball loose. Still a scramble, and Coleman ends up with it. And Durbin just picks up a transition foul, trying to steal it from behind. Got to take advantage of those opportunities if you're the Wolves, those wide open shots.
Yeah, tough break there in the corner. Durbin found himself open.
And here's another substitution. Aiden DeGretto checks in, the senior. Only averaging 0.3 points, doesn't play too much, but he's getting his shine here. As I mentioned, Grandview, Coach Rogers trying to find anything with these substitutions, and they're going to try out DeGretto at the guard position alongside Holtman. King drives, pump fake, wide open three for Roberts. Bounces out, ball loose, and looks like King will be called for the loose ball foul, trying to go over Wakalanji. That's his second.
Yeah, got to watch out for that double bonus rule. 5 fouls in a quarter sends the other team in double bonus, so 3 already in this second quarter.
So here's Grandview trying to get past the soft press. Riddick, pass to Wakalanji. Reverse, Riddick tries to put back, no good, but it's a foul as he went up. So a good job by Grandview breaking the press, getting into the paint. And now Alex Riddick, who has struggled at the line this season, 39% only. He'll just go to the line with a chance at 2 and try to get anything on the board for the Wolves. Only 8 points with 3 minutes left in the second.
Yeah, great passing. Besides that one pass to Trevor Thomas, he was able to come down with it. But other than that, just great passing, and Riddick misses his first.
And for the Wolves, you got to get someone else involved, as Brevin Anderson has 6 and Alex Riddick has 2, and that's just about it for them. Nobody else except those 2 have been on the board in this one. So Riddick's second free throw also rims out, but Trevor Thomas gets the rebound. Good hustle there. DeGretto has it. Holtman. Thomas. And he tried to drive on Gallegos, and Gallegos picked up the foul. That's his first of the game. So Grandview will have another chance to reset it, set up their offense, and hopefully get something going.
Yeah, that's 3 fouls for both teams. 3 minutes remaining. Could see double bonus.
Holtman drives middle. DeGretto comes off the off-ball screen. Grandview passing it around. Holtman tries to make a move. Gets stuck. Gets it back. Drives. Pull up. No good. King with the rebound. Grandview just not getting any shots to fall right now as King goes. Coleman gets a step. Drives in. Good help defense from Thomas. King is open for 3. He can shoot, and he gets it to go. LaDavian King hits it. And King is up to 8 points on the game, leading scorer for both teams, as we have a quick stoppage in play.
They might have been double checking if his foot was completely behind the line. Seems like they're going to rule that it was.
So it will go down as a 3 for King. Thomas gets double teamed. DeGretto barely gets past half court. Wakalanji's open down low, and he gets it to go.
Grandview has got to be better to penetrate the three-point arc. 4 points now of their 10 have come in the paint.
Coleman way off. And now Grandview has some momentum. Looking to go. DeGretto gets a step. Holtman. Here's another pull-up. Gets that one to go. So Cole Holtman finds his stride, and all Grandview as a whole starting to find their stride, lead down to 10. And Eaglecrest has to slow down, try to get some offense.
Yeah, again, it's finding those open spots inside the three-point arc. Behind the three-point arc is not where their offense operates.
Nifty spin from King, tipped. Noon has it. Here's Gallegos. King comes off a screen, gets a switch on Thomas, makes a move, drives. Good defense from Thomas going straight up. Here's Barber inside. Barber, it's good. Garrett Barber using his size, 6'9" frame. He's up to 7 points on the game, his first points of the quarter. Lead up to 12 for Eaglecrest. Holtman, tough lay. Bouncing around, and Barber gets it.
Yeah, could have been a beautiful fingertip roll-in.
Gallegos wide open. Off back iron. Rebound goes to DeGretto. And he decides to slow it down.
Yeah.
Just under a minute now.
Yeah, not sure why he chose to slow it down instead of just push there.
Yeah, they might have had some numbers. Here's Holtman. Grandview going slow. Thomas comes around the screen. Riddick gets the switch. King on him. And unfortunate, Riddick thought Holtman was going to commit to the back cut, but Holtman stopped halfway, and that's just an unlucky turnover.
Yeah, it could have been the bigger body defender that stopped him in his tracks there, but regardless, goes out of bounds, Eaglecrest ball.
So some substitutions for Eaglecrest for the final 38 seconds. Chapa and LaQuince York check in, the senior and the junior, and Jason None will bring up the ball for Eaglecrest. 30 seconds remain. Roberts comes around, gets the handoff, while Kalanji smothering defense. Barber, double team, still puts it up, no good. Roberts with the rebound. It's a fight, ball loose on the ground, and it will stay here as Walt Kalanji got on the ground but kicked it out.
Scramble on the floor, position, Eaglecrest.
So 15 seconds now as clock is off, but there's just about 10 seconds. Jason Noon looks, waits, 6 seconds. Barber sets a screen, gets a switch on Riddick. Chapa, inside Barber, 2 seconds. There was a foul last second before the dunk on Thomas. A smart foul there as there's now only 1.1 remaining.
Foul on the floor, number 24.
And Eaglecrest will take it out underneath the basket. They got to get a shot up real fast after this. Looking. York gets it! No good. Riddick may have gotten a piece of it, and some good execution down the stretch of that first half for Eaglecrest. As the score heading into halftime, 24-12, a little low score in Grandview. Unable to get much on offense, but we've seen flashes from both teams, and it's still anyone's game. 12-point game at the halftime.
Yeah, Grandview has got to find ways to work inside the paint. That's where most of their points have come, besides the two Brevin Anderson three-pointers. But other than that, their offense operates almost exclusively inside the three-point arc, and that's where they have not been tonight.
Yeah, Anderson is the leading scorer for the Wolves with 6 points, 3 in each quarter. And Ladavian King, who's been the leading scorer all season for Eaglecrest, he has 8 points in the first half. So we will get a performance from the Palms team at halftime, and we will return after this 10-minute break. Eaglecrest 24, Grandview 12. All right, so as the seconds wind down to the beginning of the second half, we return. Eaglecrest up 24-12, a high-paced first half, even if it might not show on the scoreboard. Grandview hasn't been able to get shots to fall, hasn't been able to get into their offense. And Eaglecrest, although not hitting all their shots, they've done a good job getting out and running, and they've done a good job playing through their best players. Garrett Barber has 6 on the night, and Ladavian King has 8. And for Grandview, they've gone to many different lineups. So they're going to need some contributions from others in this second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Down 12 here. Eaglecrest doubling them up right now. Gonna need some drives that do not come empty. Got to capitalize on what the defense gives them.
So Eaglecrest will start with possession. And it will be King to bring up the ball to start the half. Here's Barber. King gets a switch on Riddick. Cross-court pass, Roberts. King pulls a 3 with Pritchard in his face, rims out, fight for the loose rebound, and York came up with it. And Trevor Thomas will pick up a foul, trying to reach in for the ball. Thomas hasn't scored yet in this one. He's averaging 4 points on the year. Coleman inbounds to Roberts. Roberts drives on Holtman. Uses his body, goes up, short, still trying for it, and Riddick comes down with the rebound. Good defense from the Wolves on that possession there. Holtman has Barber on him, drives past him, puts it up, no good. Some contact there, but nothing called, and now Eaglecrest is running.
Tough adjustment midair for Cole Holtman. Too bad he couldn't quite come down with it.
Especially over the taller defender. Might just want to slow down if you're the Wolves. King has Thomas on him. York in the paint, mismatch. Hits the driving Roberts. King open for 3. And that one hit the top of the holding piece of the hoop, and it will be out of bounds, Grandview ball.
Yeah, it counts as out of bounds there, so Grandview picks up possession.
So Coach Rogers calls a really early timeout, just over a minute into the third quarter. Wants to talk it over with his team, make sure they get off to a hot start. And that will be his second charge timeout of the game. And we'll be back after this quick break in action. So same lineup out for Eaglecrest, same lineup out for Grandview coming out of the timeout. 6:54 remaining in the third quarter. Neither team has scored yet in the quarter. Riddick gets it up top. Anderson. Pritchard coming off the screen. And miscommunication, and Grandview just playing sloppy right now. You saw that earlier in the second half. Holtman tried to cut, and Pritchard thought he wasn't going to, and just flies out of bounds.
Yeah, tough break there. Again, we need, if you're Grandview, you need possessions that don't come up empty. You need points at this point. Have not scored in this third quarter yet.
Yeah, only 12 points on the game. Not ideal at all, as Thomas pokes it out of bounds. It will stay on that end. So Noah Sevi will come into the game for Cole Holtman, an early substitution, giving Grandview some size right now. And Anderson, the only true guard out for them right now. Coleman, King tries to save it, and that's just bad turnover for Eaglecrest. Coleman threw it a little too high, and King was unable to bring it down. Still no scoring in this third quarter as both teams look to find a rhythm on offense. Anderson drives. Pritchard comes around, has Roberts on him. Anderson resets the offense. King guarding him. Thomas open for a second. Anderson puts up a three. Won't go. Fight for the ball, and Roberts comes down with it. Eaglecrest has done a great job winning the rebound battle in this one.
That was a tough shot for Anderson going over King.
So Barber now underneath Riddick, gets his own board, ball loose. York comes up with it, Roberts wide open, drives inside, and Pritchard stuffs it, sends him back. but Eaglecrest will get it back, and now they'll decide to take it slow. If you're Grandview, you got to get some of those rebounds off the good blocks and good forced turnovers. Barber inside. Bumps Riddick once and goes up, and it's good. Garrett Barber up to 8 points on the game as Eaglecrest strikes first in the third quarter. And
yeah, another timeout for Coach Rogers. Interesting decision there.
2 timeouts back-to-back in the last minute and a half of play. That's their third charge timeout, and just like that, they only have 2 remaining in what could end up being a close game if the Wolves are able to make a tiny comeback. So, interesting decision here. We'll see if it pays off. Coach Rogers clearly wants to send a message to his team as they fall down 14 with 5:22 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, Grandview's got to be better at protecting the paint. Garrett Barber's just been cooking them, for lack of a better term, in the paint, and it's been awful to watch. So protect the paint, don't let anybody in, and hopefully you do that on the other end. You force yourself and force your way through, then you could potentially have a little bit of a comeback on your hands.
Yeah, Eaglecrest has definitely won the battle in the paint, both defensively and offensively, as we've seen some blocks from Barber inside, and we've also seen them dominate the scoring inside. So we saw Grandview try to go big with the substitution of Noah Sevian for Cole Holtman, but nothing to show for so far as they come out of the timeout, same lineup, and it will be Grandview ball in the half court. So Pritchard gets it off the inbound, gets it to Anderson, the point guard, gets the switch. Sevi surveys, has King guarding him. Anderson. Grandview passing around, setting some screens. Anderson. Sevi dropped it, and Roberts gets it.
Yeah, that's a tough break there from Noah Sevi.
Yeah, bad turnovers from Grandview. They called 2 timeouts, and they didn't convert on either of the possessions following the timeout as Anderson intercepts it. Anderson going, Roberts in pursuit, but he gets it to go. Brevin Anderson, his first points of the third quarter, he's up to 8, and that could be a spark for Grandview.
Yeah, great read there from Brevin Anderson, using his size to just sprint right at the ball, and easy layup for him.
So here's Eaglecrest now after the Anderson layup. Coleman drives, Barber finds the cutting York up and under. He gets called for the foul. That one will seemingly go on Thomas. It will, as that will be his second foul of the game, and that will send LaQuince York, the 6'3 junior, to the line. 46% shooter on 28 attempts on the season, with a chance to put the Raptors up 14. First one rims out for him. He has 2 points on the game. Puts up the second. This one is good. So lead up to 13 now for Eaglecrest as Grandview's pushing. Here's the double team. Now Anderson resets. Roberts guarding him. Pritchard drives on Barber, gets a step, and Barber says no! You can't enter his paint with that 6'9 frame blocking everything and anyone that comes in there, as Pritchard gets denied, but it will stay on this end.
Yeah, that's like his third highlight reel block from Garrett Barber. Absolutely just rejecting everything the Grandview Wolves try to send up.
Yeah, every time a Grandview player seemingly has a lane, Barber just comes out of nowhere, sends it away. He's had a great impact on both ends of this one. So here's the inbound coming from Holtman. And sends it back Sevi. Anderson, crossover. Thought about shooting the shot, but backs it up to Sevi. Drives on Gallegos. Holtman. And just another silly turnover from Grandview as Coleman picks it up now, and he looks to run. He has a lane. Into the corner, Noon gets Pritchard jumping. Inside Gallegos, Barber. Noon puts a deep one up. It's good, nothing but net for Jason Noon. 30% three-point shooter on the season, and he has 6 in this one as the lead is up to the largest of the game, 16 for Eaglecrest.
And man, that one was deep. Huge 3 there.
Pritchard puts it up over Noon, and he gets that one to go. His first points of the game. So now Eaglecrest sets up their offense. Barber has Sevi in the post, takes advantage, goes up quick, and it gets it to go.
Yeah, using his size to his advantage on, Noah Sevi, who you wouldn't say is smaller, but on Garrett Barber is.
Yeah, Barber up to 12 on the game, now the leading scorer for Eaglecrest. And he's been the main impact player for both teams in the third quarter. Grandview now on offense. Anderson gets the switch on Barber. Nice step back, it's good. Great recognition by Anderson that he has the slower 6'9" Barber on him, and he went to work. Nice step back from him.
Yeah, great creation of separation there from Brevin Anderson on, the 6'9" frame of Garrett Barber.
Anderson's now in double digits with 10. Barber inside, no good, gets his own and tips it back in, and Garrett Barber just can't be stopped. Alex Riddick is a big body, but Garrett Barber has just been the better offensive player against him in the post in this one. He has 12. So King will be called for his third foul of the game as Riddick tried to get position on him.
Yeah, interesting to see if Grandview can draw some contact on him, and he's been killing them a little bit.
So Coleman and King will check out, and Chapa and Sir Devin Roberts will check into the game for Eaglecrest. Nice pass inside, whips it to Anderson. That foul called on the floor. I believe it will be, as Jason Noon picks up his first, trying to guard Anderson.
Yeah, this is a situation that if you do not score on this possession, Coach Rogers and the Grandview Wolves will be kicking themselves. Have to score on this possession.
We've seen them struggle in this situation after inbounds underneath the basket, and we'll see if they can finally get one going. Holman has some room, puts it up, rims out.
Good look.
Yeah, lid on the rim right now for Grandview. They can't get nothing to go. As Holtman had some room, but unable to go. Here's Chapa in the corner. Tries to get it inside. They get it to Barber. Triple team comes, puts it up still, no good. Riddick, bodies fall, and it's a jump ball, as Barber and Riddick both had possession as they went up for the rebound, and it will be Grandview ball. So good job by Pritchard, I believe, coming over to help on Barber, as he's been doing a great job in the post in this one.
Yeah, so you can see the adjustment made at halftime. Triple team in Barber, but if you're Barber into the Eaglecrest Raptors, you're going to try to find an open man. Triple team means that there's two open men.
So Holtman and Anderson play catch now. Riddick sets a screen, gets a switch on Barber. Anderson got it up, and foul called on Riddick. Riddick didn't have his arms on Noon, but he was leaning over him, and they called that a loose ball foul. That's his second of the game, and Grandview unable to convert on some easy opportunities.
Yeah, 2 consecutive drives, opportunities that come up empty.
So Eaglecrest sets up now. Chapa surveys, finds Gallegos. Riddick guarding him. Here's a screen. Chapa looks, finds Barber behind the three-point line.
Don't see that too often.
You want it inside. Here's Gallegos. Pritchard drew the charge. We saw him do that before. He anticipates the contact, and he falls to the floor as Gallegos lowered the shoulder. And that'll be his second foul of the game, and a good play by Cameron Pritchard.
Yeah, it's tough to set your feet in that environment, especially when you know you're going to hit the deck. Great job, Cameron Pritchard.
So 50 seconds left in this third quarter of play. 16-point lead right now for Eaglecrest, as Grandview just hasn't been able to score much this quarter, only 6 points. Riddick inside, loses it for a second, battles against Barber, pump fake, under, and Barber gets called for the foul. That's his first of the game. A good job by Riddick, a pump fake to get Barber in the air, and he draws contact. We saw him go to the line for 2 earlier, he missed both. We'll see if he can convert here.
Yeah, these are important free throws for Alex Riddick. Shooting 15 for 38 coming into tonight.
First one rims around and falls out.
Man, can't buy a shot tonight, feels like.
Lid on the rim all game. Only 18 points as we wind down the third quarter. Riddick misses the second. He's 0 for 4 on the night from the line. 30 seconds left. Noon to bring it up. We'll see if Eaglecrest decides to hold for the final shot. Noon gets a step on Anderson. Nice pass inside Gallegos. Lost it for a sec. Ball on the floor. Noon open. He hit one earlier. It's good. Jason Noon. 6 points in the quarter, 9 in the game. Past his season average as he gets it going. Anderson puts it up, no good. Ball loose. Riddick gets it, and Riddick gets his to fall as time expires. A bit of a buzzer beater there, as that will end the third quarter of play after some back and forth action. It was 12 at halftime, and Eaglecrest has increased their lead to 17 after getting to their offense and some struggles from Grandview so far.
Yeah, there was a bit of a stretch where it felt like they were trying to come back and generating some momentum, but this point feels like it's almost a lost cause, down 17 going into the final 8 minutes.
So we will return after a quick break in between quarters. 8 minutes left to play in this one. Eaglecrest 37, Grandview 20. All right, so we return for the final 8 minutes of play. Eaglecrest will have possession to start as they bring out a new 5 on the court right now as Grandview sticks with the same one. They're going to need some good play from their best players if they want to pull off an insane comeback. King finds Roberts off the screen. Roberts, Sevi on him, drives middle, gets a step, pump fake, gets 2 men in the air. Puts it up, no good, but LaQuince York is right there for the putback. He's up to 5 points on the game now, and Eaglecrest clicking on all cylinders as they lead by 19.
Yeah, a great pump fake there to get both Noah Sevi and Alex Riddick up in the air, and then the adjustment under the basket.
Sevi lost it for a second, gets it back. Anderson has Noon on him. Pulls it over him. This one's too short. King with the rebound. Eaglecrest looking to push. Here's King now. Nice pass to Noon. Puts up a 3, no good. Rebound fighting. LaQuince York and Alex Riddick go to the floor. And they'll call a jump ball. And Grandview will retain it. Alex Riddick a bit slow to get up there, but good hustle from him as Grandview gets possession. So Anderson will sit for the first time in a while. George Durbin will replace him, the 6-foot senior. So here's Grandview now. Riddick gets it at the free throw line. York guarding him. Fake handoff. Puts a shoulder into him. Hook shot. No good. Fighting for the board, and Roberts ends up with it. Eaglecrest doing a good job boxing out. King almost lasered that one to Noon at half court, but Pritchard knocked it out.
Yeah, you can see the court vision from LaDavian King just through the roof. Even in the backcourt, had his eyes up the entire way.
King, a very fast player, averaging 4.6 assists per game. And he's been an impact player for Eaglecrest right now. But right there, Riddick gets the best of him as he blocks it out of bounds. King tried to scoop it underneath him.
Yeah, creative player, Alex Riddick just there to clog the lanes.
So Eaglecrest gets it underneath the basket. Roberts has it on the wing. King, Riddick guarding him. And a bad pass, but ref saw a push in the back from Sevi, and that's just an unfortunate foul. Little contact, but the refs are going to call that every time.
Yeah, it could have been a good play there, but Noah Sevi, the push. Sucks to see that.
So once again, Eaglecrest will inbound it from under their basket, sends it all the way back in the backcourt for Noon. Holtman guarding him up close. Noon going. Gets a little step on Holtman. Good defense from Holtman. Roberts now. Spin move. Driving inside is York. Up and under. No good. Great contest from Riddick as Grandview looks to push now. Holtman in and out. Pritchard makes a nice move baseline. Puts it up. Won't go, but Noah Sevi is right there for the easy putback. Noah Sevi gets his first 2 of the game, as the lead is now 17 for Eaglecrest. King lost it. Holtman's on the floor with it. And Grandview forces a turnover. Got to get going now. 5.5 minutes left in the fourth.
I'm going to call it Brevin Anderson 3. Oh, he's not even on the court.
Took him out for Durbin. Holtman open for a second. Sevi gets it to go.
That's a great pass off there from Cole Holtman. Seeing the paint being collapsed on and just finds an outlet. Noah Sevi on the putback.
Yeah, great vision. Sevi has scored on back-to-back possessions. He has 4 on the game. Lead is 15 now as Coach Rogers calls his 4th timeout. Only 1 remaining immediately after the basket. And Grandview, he wants to set something up because Grandview, they're going to need to push the pace. They're going to need to force some turnovers. And ultimately, they're just going to score quickly if they want a chance to come back in this one. So coming out of the timeout for the Raptors, King, Roberts, Barber checks back in, Gallegos, 6'6" and 6'9" in the front court, and the freshman Chris Coleman, who started the game. On the court right now with the final 5:21, and for the Wolves, they remain with the same lineup of Durbin and Holtman in the backcourt, Sevi and Riddick in the front court, and Pritchard at the forward. So Eaglecrest now, Grandview in a press. Gets it to their ball handler, King. Uses his speed, gets past Pritchard. Gallegos in the corner. You can see Grandview a bit more aggressive on defense now.
Yeah, desperately needing stops here in this final 5 minutes.
King sets it back, step back, fake. Nifty moves, and Riddick did a great job of hitting that one out of bounds.
Yeah, that came in with some heat. Nearly took Smock's head off.
So now Eaglecrest will get it side. And King will bring it up. Here's the pick and roll. 2-man game, King and Barber. Pritchard on King, Barber in the post, Riddick on him. Goes to work, one-on-one, pump fake, gets Riddick in the air, goes up with the left hand, and Riddick gets the better of him there. Gets the rebound. Holtman cutting Pritchard, and it's good. Cole Holtman using his vision in this fourth quarter as Cam Pritchard gets on the board for his 2nd field goal of the game.
And that's excellent defense on that on one end, and then great transition offense on the other.
Coleman gets past Holtman and puts up the one-handed layup over Sevi, his first points of the game, and it comes at a huge time. So Holtman now will slow it down for the Wolves. 4:10 remaining, just about the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Durbin, hand off to Holtman. Grandview passing the ball around the arc. Eaglecrest having to do nothing on defense right now. Sevi tries to make a move on Gallegos, spins, nothing there. Pritchard puts it up. This one way too short. Trying to follow his own rebound. It's a fight for the ball, and Roberts ends up with it, and now Eaglecrest has numbers. 2-on-1. King alley-oop! Barber, it rims around and in. It wasn't pretty, but it went in for Barber. And a nice play from those two. They've been connecting all night. Lead back up to 17 now.
I'm sure Barber's in his head saying points are points.
Yeah. Pritchard scoop layup and one. Cameron Pritchard, a great play to get past Gallegos as he picks up his 3rd foul. And Pritchard is up to 6 points on the game.
Yeah, great adjustment midair and to finish despite the contact.
So the lead is 15 now, as Pritchard will have 1 free throw.
8 for 10 from the line this season.
Puts it up, and now he's 9 for 11. He's up to 7 points. He has 5 in the fourth quarter. He's been a huge contributor in the fourth. And substitution for the Wolves as Aiden DeGretto checks in, and Pritchard will sit despite his strong fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision there. Feels like the Wolves are playing some of the best basketball they've played tonight.
As they try to mount a comeback, King inside, gets DeGretto jumping, and King gets the easiest 2 he's had all night. His first bucket of the second half, as he's up to 10 points now. Grandview looks around, DeGretto gets it. Looking, Thomas. Comes around a screen. Good defense from the Raptors. It's poked by Coleman. Holtman gets it in the back court. Slows it up, 2:40 remaining. Grandview gonna need to get something going. DeGretto looks, tries to drive. Nothing there. Grandview just taking their time now. Durbin midair gets it to Riddick. Riddick drives in, puts it up, rims out. Little too strong, and now Eaglecrest is running. King pulls the 3 in transition, way off. DeGretto gets the rebound, and he's pushing.
Yeah, Grandview, again, cannot get a shot to go in, despite how gorgeous it looks.
And Chris Coleman, the freshman, just denied the senior Aiden DeGretto at the rim. Great job by him using his 6'2" frame to block DeGretto. And looks like Coach Rogers will call his final timeout. Crazy timeout disparity as Eaglecrest hasn't called one at all this game, and now Grandview has used their final one. And you see that because Eaglecrest has been leading the entire time. So coming out of the timeout, it'll be the same lineup for the Raptors. We've seen Garrett Barber be the leading scorer for Eaglecrest, 15 points on the night. He's averaging 12 on the season, and Grandview, not necessarily a small team, but they only have 2 real taller big men, and 6'6" Noah Sevi and 6'6" Alex Riddick, and Barber has taken advantage of that on both offensive and defensive end.
Yeah, 6'9", hard to match, and always going to be a mismatch.
Thomas gets it inside. On Coleman, puts it up, rims out. Nothing going for Grandview, as this comeback might come up just short as we've just passed the 2-minute mark. Coleman drives, nifty move, inside scoop reverse. Chris Coleman has 4 in the fourth and 4 in the game.
Man, just showing off the ball handle moves as well, just finding open lanes and then pulls out that thing.
Got in between 2 defenders, a beautiful inside scoop layup. And Eaglecrest is up by 18, seemingly putting the nail in the coffin on this one with a minute and a half left. DeGretto cutting Thomas, and Thomas gets the layup to go. That's Trevor Thomas's first points of the game. Coleman now drives in, puts up a high arcing shot, and he gets it to bounce in. Chris Coleman, averaging 5 on the season. He has 6 in the fourth alone, as he's just running up the score now for an Eaglecrest team that's been dominant in this game. 1 minute remains. Thomas, Riddick now, York guarding him. Holtman gets some room, pump fake, drives in, reverse lay, rims out. We've seen so many in and outs in the past minute now, as Eaglecrest will slow it out. Barber in the post against Thomas, and he just puts it up using his size. Garrett Barber up to 17 on the night. 20 points, the highest lead for Eaglecrest, and that will do it as there's 30 seconds left. Grandview trying to get anything now. Riddick inside, somehow gets that one to go.
What an off-balance shot there, Alex Riddick.
Alex Riddick has 6 points, a bit of an off night for him. But it is an 18-point lead, 51-33 as time ticks. Coleman will dribble the air out of the ball, and that will do it. After what seemed to be a strong start from both teams in the first quarter, Eaglecrest went up double digits and they never looked back. Grandview unable to sniff even the lowest of a double digit lead, as this one will finish 51-33 off of a great game from Garrett Barber, LaDavian King, and Jason Noon.
Yeah, tough game for the Wolves. Felt like if right bounced the right way, it could have been a lot more competitive, but results the same at the end of the day.
So the Wolves will fall to 5-14, and Eaglecrest will improve to 14-4. A strong season for them. They have some strong players. They look good, and Grandview trying to get anything to turn around their season. 51-33 is the final score as we wrap up our third leg of our triple header tonight. I'm Devin Imsirpasic.
Chau.
And we want to thank you for tuning in to Grandview TV.